Welcome to Wednesday's Why, the second edition. In this episode, we are going to talk about the difference between zero and undefined. Hi, I'm Philip Brown. I'm the bearded math man. As always, with Wednesday's Why, I'll pick a topic and unpack it for you. My hope is that you will increase your conceptual understanding of the thing we're going to talk about today, as well as improve your ability to unpack things on your own. So, let's get started. Now, the purpose of this video is not to get you to know or understand why this is zero and why this is undefined. It's bigger. The idea is to get you to be able to read math. I hope that these videos empower you so that you can read other math, and instead of having to memorize rules, you can understand the math for how it's written. So let's get started. So the first big idea that you have to get your head around is that division really asks a question. And if you can answer the question being asked, well, then things are a lot easier. For example, A divided by B is probably how you would read it, but you should think instead, B times what number equals A. That is actually how division is defined. So if this equals another number C, then it must be true that B times C would equal A. That's how it works. Let's see an example with some integers. 5 times what is 10? 5 times 2 is 10. See, this is true right here, and it's not true just because your teacher said so or because that's what a calculator says. It's true because 5 times 2 is 10. 5, the denominator, times 2 equals the numerator. That's how it works. If you can start thinking, instead of thinking 10 divided by 5, if you can think 5 times what equals 10, all you have to do is ask the question that's written here in math and then answer it. So let's see how that works here. This really asks 7 times what number equals 0. And that's a simple question to ask. If you were to read it the other way, the way you probably do more naturally, 0 divided by 7, that's confusing. That kind of leaves you nowhere to go. But if you ask 7 times what equals 0, well, the answer is obvious. It's 0. 7 times 0 is 0. 0 times any number equals 0. It doesn't matter. If you have 0 divided by a number, it's asking that number times what equals 0. So to keep it clear, 0 divided by any number equals 0. And the reason that is because of this expression is asking you x times what number equals 0. So unless this is 0 itself, the answer is 0. If this was 0 itself, then it would be undefined, and we'll talk about that in just a minute. Undefined means there's no definition. This equals 0. 0 is defined. 0 means absence of value, but it is a number. Now this right here is undefined, and the reason it's undefined is because this is asking us 0 times what equals 15. Well, there is no number times 0 that equals 15 because 0 times everything equals 0. So there isn't a number. There is no number times 0 that equals 15. This is not a number. This expression right here does not equal a number. This is undefined. There is no number. There's not a defined number times 0 that will equal 15. So any number divided by 0 is undefined. Even 0 divided by 0 would be undefined. You cannot cut something up into 0 parts is one of the ways that division by 0 is explained. So I hope you saw how reading the math can unlock meaning in these expressions, and I hope that you are encouraged to try to read other mathematical expressions that are maybe confusing you or that you feel like you have to memorize. If you found this video to be entertaining or informative, you could really help me out and encourage me to make others by clicking like and sharing on social media, and maybe even subscribing to my channel. Anyway, thanks for watching.